like I said earlier, nothing really happened. They didn't really have any enemies. They were friends with the natives, which helped them a lot through getting through what they had to get through, which included their poor soil. So they helped them with their crops, and they became friends, which protected them later too. They had schools, meetings, freshwater systems, and they had larger lives due to their inventions, and their lives were much longer and calm. They ate stews, vegetables, boiled meats, and cornmeal, and they traded fish, hunted, and they traded everything just in general. They did farm. They farmed crops like wheat, corn, pumpkins, rye, squash, and beans. They also had poor soil, like I said earlier, which was a huge problem with their crops, but since the natives helped them, it made things a little bit more easier. And yeah, so the rest of our questions will be on the poster, which I will present earlier prior to class. So that's all the questions about Massachusetts. And yeah, so just a quick summary of Massachusetts was everything was peaceful. They had friends, which were the natives, which helped them so much. They were really advanced in their technology, like I said. They had water systems, they even had schools. And the colony was very successful. It was one of the first colonies to be successful in colonial times, and the population had very large increases due to how they were so advanced in everything that they did. So I will see you when the timer goes off, I guess. Okay, so the timer just went off. I'm going to take them out and show you what they look like. They should look something like that. Make sure when you put it on your table, you have something down because it will destroy your table. Next, we're going to let them cool for about probably 5 to 10 minutes because when you put the icing on, you want them still to be a little bit warm so they can melt. While I'm icing these, I will explain on how Massachusetts got these. They used the cinnamon rolls as dessert quite often because the richer class in Massachusetts traded spices a lot, such as cinnamon, and they also made a lot of homemade dough. So when they had things like such as desserts, they had many things, and cinnamon rolls was one of them. Since, like I said earlier, they traded cinnamon, they just combined the two, and cinnamon rolls. This was not a very often thing that was chose back in the day, but it still was. And back then, obviously, making these had a very different process than what I'm doing, but this just gives you an idea of how they came to be in Massachusetts and why I chose it. So this is what they look like after, and to let them cool, I'm just going to leave them out overnight and put a piece of wax paper on them. So, and I'm going to get the carrier ready to bring in tomorrow.